What up, though, IG? Gonna let some of y'all come in for a second. Let some of y'all hop in for a minute. What's up, baby girl? What's up, Rob? I said, where's the scar? Oh, yeah, I don't know, the scar disappeared. I healed up. Where's the scar? I healed up. Hey. What up, Rob? Great news. Oh yeah, we back on it, Rob, next week. So I'll give you the dates. We're back on filming next week. Sometime, I don't know what day yet, but we gotta finish the last 3 days of filming. But it will be next week sometime. Miss you too. And yeah, you killed it with that scar though. You did a good job. But yeah, we waiting on Cliff, man. We getting ready to interview the legend. The OG. Been killing the game for a long time. You know what I mean? Cliff been killing it for a minute, man, for a long time, and still doing it. So we're waiting on him to tap in. He'll be tapping in shortly. Who that? What's up, cuz? I see cuz is joined in. What's happening? Yeah. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back. Yeah, so Clip about to join in a second.
What's up, big fella?
Oh man, look at
Oh,
them
geez,
people.
out here riding, boy.
Man, what is you doing, dog?
Now I'm out here on these scooters, bro, trying to stay in shape, baby. Come on, bro. Old man trying to stay in shape, bro.
Man, you already in shape, man. Ain't no, hey, look, I hope I look like this when I get your age.
64, baby. I'll be 65 in a few months.
I already know, man. Like I just want to look like that when I get your age, man. Tell people to get there first.
You know what? You know what you got to do. No drugs. You got to watch your drinking, and you got to make sure you keep your diet right. And just so you know, my girl is a vegan, so I haven't had meat probably in about 2 weeks. I've mostly been doing seafood, so I'm turning into a pescatarian, and so what that does is meat stays in your body 7 days,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and people got to get more fiber in their diet, and drink a lot more water, so that's all I've been doing because this is a
Oh
long
yeah.
journey, bro. So
Oh
there you
yeah.
go.
Oh yeah. Well, let me just introduce the people that's on right now, man. They still coming in, but this is the legendary Clifton Powell. When I think about him, he's my mentor, my coach. When I think about him, like he's been with the big dogs, he is a big dog, one of the greatest actors that ever did it, and still doing it. When you talk about Denzel, you're talking about you're saying all the greats. You're talking about Forrest Whitaker, Samuel Jackson. You talking
Man,
about Clifton Powell. He been there
I,
with them all, and he's still rolling, though. He's still moving. So it's a blessing to be able to interview and get some jewels dropped from this man right here, man. Because he just helped me a long way. Like, he helped me all through my process of acting. You know what I mean? So introducing currently Rex Fisher on the Saints and Sinners show. Killing
yeah.
that right now.
I want everybody to tune in. We're doing season 5. I start work tomorrow. Everybody tune in to Bounce. Go back and watch season 1, 2, 3, and 4. And really tune in to season 5 and make it a hit so we can have season 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's a fun show to do. Shout
Yeah.
out to the cast, Vanessa Bell Calloway, Trey Trey Haney. That's not what did I say. What did I say? My man
Trey Chaney.
Trey Chaney. That's my other buddy who's the director. Trey Chaney,
Uh-huh.
Christian Keys, uh, uh, Jasmine, Dawn F.
Jasmine
Kinney,
Burke.
uh, uh, all my partners over there, man. We had a Zoom table read. Keith Robinson, we had
Yeah.
a table read the other day, and it went really well, man. We got a new edition coming on this season that's playing Vanessa Bell Calloway's dad. I'm not going to tell you who it is. He's a beast. And me and him go toe to toe tomorrow. It's gonna be hard because I like this cat so much and I respect him, but we got some real. He's coming to town to shake the whole town up, bro. So it's gonna be really exciting. I just want to thank all of you all out there for supporting everything I've done. But if you like my work and Vanessa, Keith Robinson, Dawn F. Kinney, Jasmine, Trey, come on out and check this show out, man. And make it a hit this season.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. So one of the questions I want to ask you, man, and I know everybody want to know, how was the audition process for Chauncey, Minister Society? Let's take it back one time.
Well, man, like because you was one of my students, and we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna put you on the spot. Yeah, I'm gonna get you, boy. I'm gonna get you, but I got mad love for you. But what happened was, I just got to LA. When I first got to LA, man, I was so excited. I had all my resumes. I was at a beach party, man. I had a little bag with me with all my pictures and resumes in them, and I was passing them out to people. And that's the first thing you're not supposed to do. But nobody told me what to do. So I said, hey. So what happened was I was at a party. Wesley Snipes had a party. And, at that time, Wesley was on a move, man. He was on a rise. And Wesley had a party where, they pat, if you know someone like you say, Eddie Murphy's having a party, but we got to get I got the private number, and then you got to meet at the pickup. So one of my friends knew Wesley. I was not even in the loop, bro. I think I've been there like 2 weeks. And one of my friends knew Wesley. I went to the party, and there was a guy there, one of my partners, one of my angels, Alonzo Brown, who was with Uptown. And, of course, they're doing an Uptown movie. And I had done rock. The only thing I had done was rock. And he said, yo, my man, ain't you Andre Thompson from Rock? I said, yeah. He said, man, they auditioning for Minister Society. I'm like, what is that? He said, that's a movie by the Hughes brothers, man. He said, man, hold on, bro. He said, in fact, the guy that cast you on Rock is casting. So he called the casting director. And, because Tupac, had a little run-in, who he had, they dropped Tupac, or he dropped out, or however it went. I didn't know anything about that. So Andre got on the phone and called the casting people, and they said, yo, man, I'm here with the guy that played Andre Thompson. They said, yeah, he just did Rock, did 10 episodes. Send him in. So I went in the next day and did some funny stuff. I don't even remember what I did, Dion. But they said, you know what? You're going to be Chauncey. And no, but I'm going to tell you what happened. They put me in. I know what happened when Tupac dropped out. Too Short was supposed to play Chauncey. But the word came to me, and I don't know if this is true. They said Too Short said, man, I'm a musician. I ain't trying to have all them lines. So they made me Chauncey, and that's how it happened.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, you not Chauncey. So how was that? You know what I'm saying? That how did you actually do that? Like, how did you become that character? You know what I'm saying? Because you grew up in the hood. So how was that transition of becoming Chauncey?
Well, Chauncey was a hood cat, but I grew up in the 60s and the 50s, late 50s and the 60s, so I know anything about West Coast life. So what I did, part of like I tell all of you guys, it's all training. So the first part of training is just do your research. So I drove around the hood in LA, and I was looking at cats, and that's how I did my hair that way. I don't know if you remember the scene at the park where I had my hair parted down the middle or something, and I just found a look, and that's what I did. I'm sitting here with come on and get on. So that's my girl Marquita. We out here riding these scooters. She keeping me in shape, bro. She keeping me young. So that's what happened. I drove around the hood. I saw some different looks, and I added my own touch to it. And that's just all part of research.
Now, tell them the process you had to go through during shooting the movie Menace with LA with the Crips and the
Oh
Blood.
man,
Hey, tell them that process.
bruh. I'm new to LA. I don't know what's going on, and we was in the roughest hood, bruh. And I
Yeah,
remember one time I was walking to my car, and they would say, "Whoa, whoa, OG." Well, I wasn't an OG at the time, but they was like, "Yo, my man, you can't walk to your car." I was like, "Why not?" So this little dude came and started walking with me. I said, "What's up, big dog?" He said, "Oh man, you can't walk to your car in this neighborhood." I said, "All right, well." He was a little dude. He had like a long coat on. Well, I think I'm good. My car's just right over here. He said, nah,
yeah.
oh. He said, no, my bro, I got you. I said, well, what's your name, big dog? He said, my name's Sheen Gun. He opened his jacket. He had got there going there, sawed off shotgun under there. I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Like I'm new to LA. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to stay in my lane. So I'm walking. So now, I'm on a set and they smoking weed in the trailer, and I'm like, oh man. So I go to the Hughes brother. I was like, um, I don't think they supposed to be smoking weed in the trailer. So so he said, man, you'll be all right. So I'm sharing a trailer with MC8, right? And he was
Yeah.
cool as hell. But they hood cats, everybody. So one day we out in the alley shooting, and everybody was smoking weed. And it was 100 people in the alley. I'm from SAG, so I'm by the book, So I go to
Yeah.
another Hughes because they're twins, so I didn't know which one I talked to earlier. I said, "Yo, my man, I don't think people should be smoking weed out here, man." He turned around and looked at like 100 gangsters. He said, "Why don't you go tell him to put that weed out?" I was like, "You know what? I'm good." So I just basically, I was like, man, I'm out of my element because, the movie was about that life, bro. And the
Yeah.
white dude, when we did that scene on the porch, I said, bro, listen, I'm new and I'm a little nervous myself. Let's get this scene. I'm gonna improv a little bit and just follow me. And I'm trying to get back to the other side of town. Everybody was really cool, man. They was just having fun. But when you
Yeah.
new to LA, man, you don't know, man. The best thing you can do is just stay in your lane, bro. And so that's what
Yeah.
I did. And I was respectful, but it was in tough neighborhoods. We were in some tough neighborhoods.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. For sure. Another thing, man, is about so a lot of people don't know. They thought in that Tupac California video, a lot of people
Uh-huh.
thought that was George Clinton.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I didn't even know until I found out that you told me like that was me. So he
Yeah,
was in the Tupac California Love video, but a lot of people don't
yeah.
even know that. He worked with Pop.
I got so many different looks, and I was at a club one night, and Dre came up to me and man said, "We're doing a video, OG, and we want you in it." And man, and that's just how it happened. And Tupac was got to be the funniest guy I've ever met. Me and him and Chris Tucker, and he was just so charming, man, and just funny as hell, dude. And I didn't know I was making history. I
Yeah,
just really I was still new to LA, so I was just grateful, man, to be working, and the jobs just kept coming.
yeah. Oh yeah, but that's crazy because, like I said, a lot of people didn't know that was you. Like, you know what I mean? They did not know that was Clifton Powell on that Tupac, and that's when he got out of prison. That was his first joint right
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
jail.
yeah. It was.
You know what I'm saying? Took it
I
right
was
out.
I was I was online with my son. I was talking to my son the other day, man. I was in the Can't Trust It video. I was in the Chucky Booker video. I've been in. I did my. I was in. It's time to make that change. Did you see that video?
Oh
The
yeah,
whining.
that was
I
that joint
played.
right there.
I played a bum in that video, and a lot of the thing about the Cali Love video, it paid. But all the other videos, man, I just in it because my buddy was the director. He's just trying to get out there and
Yeah,
you get your chops and do some fun stuff and keep yourself fresh. Because when you first get out there and you're not working, you want to just, man, you just want to do some work. Either stage reading or anything.
yeah, for sure. Now, let's talk about Dead Presidents.
Yes,
Another
sir.
classic. Let's
Yes,
talk
sir.
about Cuddy. Hey, you know what you added to that character Cuddy with that lollipop? The nigga was
Well,
gangster with the lollipop. Yeah, yeah, nigga.
well, the thing about Cuddy is when I tell young people is opportunity meets preparation meets opportunity.
Oh
So
yeah,
the Hughes brothers put me in Menace, And when Dead Presidents came up, they wanted me to read for Cowboy, which I didn't think I was right for. And then
Nah.
they wanted me to read for Spider. And so I read Spider, and Spider had like a half a line, and I just didn't think I was right for Cowboy. So I called my manager and I read the script. I said, "Who's playing Cuddy?" She said, "Well, Cuddy is off limits because they got a star name for Cuddy." I said, "Well, that's the character I think I want to play." So she said, "Well, I don't know, Cliff." So what I did was I stayed up all night long and I read Cuddy and I memorized it. And the next morning, you know, I'm broke, I'm poor as hell. It's 99 degrees outside. I had a wool, my only suit was a wool suit. I stopped at the thrift store and got me a Dob hat for like $1.99. And I had a Dob hat, I had an eye patch and a cowboy hat. I went in, I put on a cowboy hat, I read Cowboy. They said, "Thank you." I went back to the bathroom, I put my eye patch on, and I read my half a line for Spider. They said, "Thank you." So as I was going back to put my Cuddy hat on, I said, "Guys, can I read for Cuddy?" They was like, "Man, really, we got a star name for Cuddy." So I said, "All right, man." So I went to the bathroom, put my hat on. I came back with my suit. I said, "Guys," so I'm looking like a straight gangster, right? I said, "Bro, let me just read for Cuddy." They said, "Bro, honestly, Cliff, no disrespect, but we got a star name. You'll probably be Spider or one of those guys." I said, but let me just, I studied Cuddy, man.
Right, give me a chance, nigga.
I said, "Give me a chance," you know? So they just looked at me. They said, "All right, bro." And I did it just like y'all saw in the movie. And they was frozen. They said, "Shit. All right, you gonna be Cuddy, but we gotta work this shit out. But you gonna be Cuddy." And so what happened was, when I got on the set, what I added to that scene was when I said, "Hey, I don't want no trouble. I'm your friend. I'm stepping off," because I always like the element of surprise. So I started out as his friend. I'm not going to tell you what my technique was to get that character, but what I watched was John Malkovich and in the Line of Fire.
Oh, yes,
and so
classic right there.
I made myself Loren's friend, and then I said, "Hey, I don't want no trouble, young blood." And then I turned to go, and that's when I knock him down the steps. Now, that was all the stuff that they let me add, because I don't like, sometimes with African American gangsters, they're one-dimensional. You know what I mean? So now, the thing about the lollipop is people don't remember this guy named Telly Savalas and Kojak. Okay, remember Kojak? You don't remember Kojak? A long time.
No, I do.
Okay, so
I watched all of them. My mama had me watching all that stuff coming up. I remember.
Yes. So I was at lunch at like 2:00 in the morning on the set because we were shooting at night, and I grabbed me some craft service, got me some chips, some now laters and stuff like that. And so I get in the car and I look inside of my jacket and I had the lollipop. I said, "Well, you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it like Telly Savalas," and I kept it in the scene, and that's what happened.
Okay.
But the thing that I want people to understand is, when you see my work, when you see my early characters, I was always the last choice, and I came from the back of the line. And I wanted to be a football player. I was the worst actor in my program, but I never stopped training. I never stopped believing it. Once I fell in love with it, and it's preparation versus opportunity meets opportunity.
Oh yeah.
My phone is about to die, big dog. I hate to say that, but let's move through.
All right, so now whatever, you know, Pinky. Let's talk about Pinky. Let's talk about the famous Pinky Nook.
Well, that's another character that they have somebody else in mind for, and the casting director Kim Harden, who's one of my dear friends, who had brought me in on so many things, brought me in, and I had a meeting with Ice Cube. The first meeting I had a touch of the flu, so I couldn't go in, and then when I went in, I met with Cube. But when he gave me the role, me and Q were in the record shop, and I wasn't getting it. So he did it about 6 or 7 times, man. And I did it. I tried it. It didn't work. I tried it. It didn't work. And, you know, Cube is very quiet. So I'm standing there going like, "Bro, I done ran through all that other movie money. I need to get this job right here, bro." So he looking at me. I'm looking at him. And I said, "Cube, you know, why don't you take the gun and try one for me, you know?" So he took the gun. He said, "Uh-oh, where did that go?" He said, "Move off."
I can hear you. You like it.
So I took the gun back from him, and I remember I did this movie called The Breaks where I jumped around. Again, those are my improv skills. So I took the gun. I said, I blow your head smooth off. Say it again. And I start jumping around. He said, what did you do? I said, I don't know. He said, do that again. So I started jumping around, and then we just built on that. And I remembered my character from the breaks, and that's how we came to Pinky.
Oh man, you killed it though. You cried too. Yeah, I don't think he expect you to cry.
Well, you know, the thing about the cry is because I'm trained in the Stanislavski system, you never really you don't want to fake anything. So I felt like
Yep,
Pinky would have cried, and I think crying gave him that credibility. I thought
it
about
did.
kind of faking it, but then my
Yep.
training won't let you fake it, so I cried for real, and that added another dimension to Pinky.
Yeah, it did, man. So, last thing. So, what do you think about like, far as what's some info you got for upcoming actors and that's coming up in the game, especially during this time? And what advice do you got for them right now?
Well, the thing that I'd say to everybody out there, get your training. Get your training. I studied in the Stanislavski system. Get all of Stanislavski's books. It's called The Method Acting. Angela Bassett, Viola Davis, Ving Rhames,
Denzel.
Denzel, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Gene Hackman. Marilyn Monroe, Dorothy Dandridge, Marlon Brando. You can't go wrong with that system. And at the end of the day, it's just, it's such an extensive training method because it deals with the psychological makeup of the character, and then you put the physical makeup of the character on top of that. And that's why, when you see De Niro, his work is so deep because he's, go back and watch Sling Blade, the psychology of the character.
Yeah, classic.
So I would say get your training. My dad always told me have faith the size of a mustard seed, and I really tried to hold on to that my whole career. Hasn't always been easy, and then I think you got to try to be nice to people, and you got to have your talent assessed, and you got to be nice, be nice to work with, be nice to people. Don't let the money, don't let the fame go to your head, do the work. Don't get caught up in being famous. Just do the work. And that's really the three things that I tell people during the pandemic. Like I tell everybody that are, is going through this moment, keep doing your reading. You should be reading at least a script a week, even if you just search for stuff, keep reading, keep researching, keep studying, write your story. You got to reinvent yourself during times like this, but the main thing is, don't give up. I had some really rough times in this business, but I just never quit.
Yeah, and that helped me. Like, by your stories helped me. Like I said, and in the day, like everything you told me to do, I did it. I don't know if people know I was like 280 pounds, and you told me, say, you need to at least lose about 40, 45 pounds, big fella. And everything you told me to read and told me to learn, I studied it and did it within a week.
Well, you started off a little rocky. And one thing I say, like I always say to you, and I say it in front of everybody, I had a producer come to my class, and my class started at 2:00, and I got there at 1:30. You and a few other people showed up about 2:15, 2:20, and I was livid. So I decided that you Negroes weren't ready for the kind of grind that it takes to be in this business, right? And so I decided I was going to tell you guys for the next 3 or 4 classes about my journey. And I remember your big ass was sitting up front, and I told you, I said, I don't care how big your ass is, you ain't got to listen. And one thing I'm gonna say to everybody out there, this is a lot of information. I got a lot of information in my head because nobody helped me with my journey. So when I talk to people and it seems like I'm going on and on, I'm trying to give you guys all of the information that I didn't get. And when I came down here to Atlanta, bruh, after making it in Hollywood, I lost everything in my divorce and I had to start over. People don't know that. I came down here with $100 in my pocket after making millions in Hollywood. Lost $5 million to my divorce. The best thing that ever happened to me because it helped me reinvent myself and be grateful for the angels being in my life and getting rid of all the dead weight in my life. So one thing I always tell you, and I tell everybody publicly, one thing I love about you, bro, is you came to me, you said, OG, I apologize to you. I wasn't looking at it the right way. It was a lot of information, and we just thought you were going on and on and on and on. And one lady said, you know, I didn't come to hear the Clifton Powell hour. I said, well, ma'am, you older, you're working, you're doing well. These young kids can't even be on time. How are they going to learn how to grind if they can't be on time?
Yeah.
This is a grind. And so when you're doing a TV series like a Saints and Sinners or a Black Lightning, if your call is at 6 o'clock, at 6:01, if you're not there, they are calling your agent, bro.
Yeah.
This is not the business to show up 25, 35 minutes late. When you do that, you show me you're not ready. So one thing that you did, and I'll stop here, you came to me, unlike any one of my other students who were late, and you apologized. And you said, OG, I apologize to you. I'm going to get this thing right. And I respect you for that, bro, because you're talented. That monologue that you did, Mice and Men, it blew me away, bro. So what I love, and that's the reason why I'm here, because I respect you. It's easy to make a mistake, man, but making mistakes or disrespecting and then owning it and then making a change in your behavior, that's what life is all about, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm making mistakes right now, and I have to face myself. I have to own it, and I have to grow. So you learned internally, bro, how to grind in this business, because I've been watching you for the last 3 years since we were in that class, and you've been grinding, bro. So I really appreciate that about you. You know, because of you guys, I decided to stop teaching because it made me realize I was teaching the wrong way. So some good came out of that. So when I teach again, I'm going to set things up a lot differently, because I want people, if I have to tell you my story, if I have to overtalk in my class, if I have to cuss people out to help them get it, then you're not ready. And that's what I learned. And so now when I teach, I'm going to have a screening process. It's going to be very few words. And I tell you all the time, Debbie Allen was my dance teacher. She was tough as nails. And we're going to stop here. But my mentor, God rest her soul, Glenda Dickerson, who was the head of the Spelman Drama Department for years, she was my mentor. If she was teaching you guys, she would have locked y'all in the room and threw away the key and kept your deposits and went on home, bro. And y'all would have been like, man, she never came. She would have said, I'm going to the bathroom, and never came back. So the moral of the story is, man, you guys helped me on the same level, on the same token. It helped me understand how to teach, because I was over teaching. I was oversharing. I was over trying to give you guys my journey. If I have to do that, that means I got a bunch of students who are not ready to grind. This is one of the hardest business. Even though it's a lot better than it was when I was coming up, it's still a tough business. So lock that in, everybody. God bless everybody. You know, you got to be passionate, and you got to be disciplined. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this publicly. I've only met one person in my journey as a teacher, as an actor, that I tried to change, that I tried to train, that really got it all from the first time, and that's my girl Keita. And I always give her a shout out, because her mindset, it's a mindset, bro. I've helped almost everybody, whether it's my cousin or my friends or someone I was hanging out with, and they say they want to be an actress. She's the only one I've ever met, Dion. And then I appreciate you. And of course, you know, Keith Neal walks with me, and my son Clifton, he's on board now. But she got it from the beginning, bro. And it's a mindset. So everybody out there, get your mind right, train, study hard. Don't take this pandemic and let it force you to do stuff different. Write your story. Start a blog. Get a study group together. But just keep moving and doing positive things towards your career, because this is going to pass at some point, and you got to be ready to go to work.
And one thing I want to say, like, just, you know, before we get off, is that training. Of course, I'm a lead in Zane's new movie, and it was stuff I was telling you I might need you for. But just by you talking to me, I kind of went to zone on a couple things and really went in. And, you know, Zane said it was Oscar-winning performance. You know what I'm saying?
Great,
so
man.
I just want to thank you for giving me, you know, them jewels, man, because it worked. I didn't need you to be there, but your presence was in my ear, bro.
Well, you know, I'm going to say this in closing, Brand. I give you the kudos, because very few people have come back to me and said, you know, Cliff, I understand where you were coming from. It is if you guys could sit down with Marquita McSwain, who's my girl, and really listen to the journey that she's been through with me for the last 5 years, but the last two and a
Mm-hmm.
half years of training with me,
Mm-hmm.
man, she gets it. But it's been a lot of information, bro. And a lot of
Yeah.
people want to just get out and be famous. They don't want to go
Yeah.
through the process, bro. It's a
Yeah.
process, and you got to put
Yeah.
your time in. So
Yeah.
God bless everybody out there. I'm about to get back on my scooter.
Don't fall off, Nook.
You see, I got my helmet on, baby. Shut up. I know y'all saying I look like I was on that little short bus, but if I fall, I'm gonna be all right.
Hey, little a short bus OG looking Nook.
Nooker.
Nook.
All right, big dog. I'm out. God bless everybody. Y'all stay safe. Wear your mask.
Love, bro.
Much love, baby.
All right. All right, y'all. You know what I'm saying? There y'all go. Y'all heard it from the OG yourself, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, man, any upcoming actors, man, y'all learn from this process because it's a process. A lot of people want to get into this business just because they want to be on TV and want to be famous and all that stuff like that. But you got to have passion for it. You got to love this business because if you don't, you know, on TV, even getting a couple, voices or a role or this and that. But if you ain't passionate about this, bro, like it's a lot of hours. The studying process could take 5-6 hours. You could be up dang near 16 to 7 hours a day, and you constantly moving. So you got to have that passion for something. Anything you want to do, you got to have a passion for it. If you don't, it's not gonna work. So, man, love to everybody. I love everybody out there, man. And I'm praying for everybody. Everybody got a different journey. Nobody's perfect in this world. But all I can say is put God first. Especially now, like to really get closer to him. Speak to him every day. Nobody's perfect. God knows that. But this is a time that we need to work towards perfection. Work towards it. You know what I mean? Because it's real out here right now. We're living in Matthew 24. So those who don't want to talk about the word is real, hey, we living in Matthew 24 right now. So love to everybody, man. Keep working, keep doing your thing, man. God bless y'all. Keep going no matter what you're doing. Whatever you want to do, keep going. Don't stop. Because the minute you stop, that's when it's all over. Keep fighting through whatever you want to do, whatever your dream is. This is the time to chase your dream. This is the time right now. So chase it, man. Stand on top. Keep your heart good, man, and stay strong. Don't let nobody stop you. Peace and love, y'all. Have a blessed Sunday.